This is the Player 4 Podcast. Join us each week as we talk about video games, entertainment, and pop culture, and bring in guests from the Rooster Teeth community. Player 4 has entered the game.
Good morning, evening, night, everybody. It's the Player 4 Podcast, and it's about Thanksgiving time, probably, or maybe after, or maybe before.
Hello, my name is... God, I can't even remember how to start, because Tristan always starts.
Hello.
Okay, hold on, I need to remember how he says it, so this is all gone. Okay. Hello, I am Alex, a.k.a. Chaos Black 21 on the Rooster Teeth website.
I'm Malachi, a.k.a. Suki Kiba.
And I'm Mr. Winkles.
I'm fine with that. Go ahead. If you want to change your username or your real name to Mr. Winkles, then go ahead.
We should hack his account to Mr. Winkles.
I was actually trying to make you mad, and apparently the only thing that makes you mad is when I actually say my name.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to say your last name as part of your name.
But I didn't. I said Mr. Winkles. Oh, wait, Winkles is the last name. I said Mr. Winkles. Never mind.
But it's not your last name, so it's okay.
Moving right along, my name is Joseph, a.k.a. J. Dunlap. But you can guess what my last name is if you want to.
I guess it's Winkles now.
Yeah, it's Mr. Winkles. So, today, we're going to talk about a few things, and it's going to be a very short episode, but if you're listening to / watching this, you already knew that. So, first off, I'm going to correct everyone. So yes, it is a slight revival of our old segment that actually was retired about a year ago, and another thing.
And another thing.
Then we're going to talk about a new Pokemon game, something about Pokemons, and it came out recently. And then also Thanksgiving, so we're going to talk about that for a little bit. But first off, guys, you were wrong about stuff last week.
What? We're never wrong. As Tristan put, we change reality to fit what we say.
You know,
no,
if
what
you
we say becomes reality.
If you say something two different ways, I can fix it in post. But when everyone just agrees that the name of the movie Emma Watson was in that had the end of the world is called The End of Days or something poetic and dumb.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought it was The End of the World is what we called it.
No, it's actually This Is the End.
This is the end, okay.
Well, it was close.
World's End is that bar one, though, I think. I think World's End was
Yeah, World's End is the one that Simon Pegg is in.
You know, they're going to run out of titles eventually. The other thing you guys were wrong about, well, actually it was Tristan who was wrong this time. Ironically, since he's the one who says he's never wrong, Cortana does not use the Chief's speakers. When you hear her voice and it has a tinny quality to it, she's speaking over the radio.
Alright, but I think I was still correct, though.
You were correct. She doesn't talk out loud. She communicates to Chief through his brain, and she communicates through the radio through digital signals. She never speaks out loud. And when she does, it's when she's in her AI form, which is at the beginning of the very first Halo game, the beginning of the second one, the beginning of the third one, and so forth. And I'm not saying she can't use his speakers, but she really only has that tinny quality to her voice when she's talking over the radio to Marines.
All right.
So, boom!
Just makes me think of the early on in Red vs. Blue when Tucker was talking to Church when Church was in ghost form when they were trying to get text. And the Caboose is like, I want to talk to him. No, you can't talk to him. How are you going to talk to him through my headset?
Tell him I said for me to say hi.
All right. Well, thank you for correcting us, Joseph. It's been a while since we've... it feels refreshing to have an and another thing that actually has useful information to it.
Yeah, instead of I thought it was great. Well, I thought it was great.
So I guess with that all finished up, we can move on to the Pokemons.
I forgot what date it actually came out.
It came out Friday.
It was last Friday, which was
only 4 days ago.
It was November 18th.
18th.
Yes.
So what came out? What was it? What came out?
Pokemon Sun and Moon came out.
Ooh.
What was that?
What the? Ooh. Ooh. That was not me putting my hand to my mouth. That was just me going woo with like reverb on it.
Wow, 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 womp, womp, womp.
So, yep, it's the new Pokemon game. It's the 7th generation, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so. I think before Ruby and Sapphire was X and Y, and that was the Generation 6.
Yep. So it's our newest installment, and to my knowledge, if I remember correctly, there's 81 new Pokemon, and some are... Actually, I don't know if they counted the variations as new Pokemon. The new Aloha versions, which are pretty much the exact same name as the old Pokemon, but just they look different because they live in the Aloha region. Aloha.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got some of the ones that I know of. Vulpix and Ninetales are ice types instead of fire now.
Mm-hmm.
Meowth is a dark type instead of a normal type.
And Rattata and Raticate.
Yeah, they're dark types as well. And Sandshrew and Sandslash are ice types instead of ground.
There's a Marowak version too. I don't know what its types are.
This one is set on a whole bunch of islands that make up Alola. And instead of really fighting gyms, you do these trials to then face these 4, what they call kahunas, which are kind of like the gym leaders, but there's only 4 of them instead of 8.
I think there are more. Aren't there more sub guys?
There's sub guys. There's sub guys.
I would consider maybe they are the Elite Four. They might be the equivalent to the Elite Four in all these trials.
I don't think so because my friend was saying that he's like, yeah, I'm on the way to the Pokemon League right now.
What?
Yeah,
he has no life.
No, he doesn't. I'm like, how are you that far? He's like, yeah, I've been playing a lot.
You've been playing since it came out every minute. I only got it on. I got it on Monday. Was when I first got it, or Saturday. Saturday night is when I got it. Yeah.
I got it on Friday, but I'm only through the first Kahuna.
Same here. And they introduced a new mechanic in the game called the Z-Move. That's the new quirk in the game.
I'm assuming that they still have the
Mega Evolution.
Mega Evolutions, but now they've added Z-Moves as well, which you can only do 1 per battle, kind of like how with the Mega Evolutions you can only do 1 per battle as well.
Which is actually kind of cool because the moves that actually you can do actually do crazy animation for it. It's really vamped up. It's not just the same move but more powerful. It gives it a new name, I believe, a little bit, and then.
But it's the same move though.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same exact.
It's the same Z move. It was funny. I have my Meowth. I put it on my Meowth, the normal one, and it has 3 normal attacks, and all 3 of them are the same move when you use the Z move.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. I didn't get a chance to try it because all mine are not normal type.
Yeah, they all become Breakneck Blitz, so it's just like, I wonder which one I'll choose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, and apparently the 3D functionality does not work on this.
That's not fully true. You remember when you did the snapshotting, there's the little wizard. They added a new Pokedex called the Rontom Pokedex, which gets a feature later called, was it Item Finder? I think it was Item Finder, which allows you to take pictures with your Rontom Pokedex, and the 3D function is usable in that mode.
Well, I never looked into all the extra stuff because I kind of wanted to stay surprised by the.
You passed it. That was in the first town. As you walked in,
I got the Rotom stuff. What I'm saying though is that when I flip on 3D, it doesn't change at all in the game mode. It stays how it is.
Yeah.
In the past, when you turned on 3D, at least in the battles, it would end up actually going 3D. This one doesn't. They're just like, well, we're just going to leave it how it is. We're not even going to give them 3D functionality.
I believe that was probably for frame rate reasons with how intense they made the breakneck and stuff. I think it was too much for people, maybe, for testing wise. I would imagine so. Because I know when in the old versions, the frame rate kind of dropped when you use the 3D.
Yeah, I just don't even use it on the 3DS anyways. I just wanted to take a look, and I was like, it's not there. All right.
Well, keep in mind to try the 3D with the snapshot thing.
Okay, I will.
It does work with that.
Is there anything more interesting do we want to do? Which Pokemon did you start with?
I started with all 3. I had my friend, he got Sun, and we started reset.
Okay, which Pokemon did you actually freaking start with?
Rowlet. He was in my final reset, and he was going to be my main.
Okay, that's who I started with too.
He just looks cool. I don't really like the
Nobody liked the seal.
Actually, his final form is, I feel, better than the cat. Like, Luchador look for me just doesn't tickle my fancy. Actually, a good point to point out, though, Alex, with the new game, is that throughout the whole game, it's not purely top-down view. You're actually in the universe's 3D as you're walking around in tall grass and stuff.
Yes, it does change camera angles every so often.
And it's a distance view, and it's all 3D. But not like how you say environment 3D without actual 3D itself. I guess
it's 2D that makes it look like 3D, because that's what all 3D technically has been all the way through games. It's technically on a 2D screen, but it makes it look 3D, but it's not really 3D.
Yeah, so I just wanted to point out that it's not top down on this game.
Yeah.
So I want to know, guys, before we move on to Thanksgiving stuff, what is your favorite Pokemon in the new game? It could be a classic one that has changed its type. Could be a classic one that hasn't changed and is just really good against what you see, or it could be a new one.
I really like the look of the owl, the starter. I really like him, but probably my most favorite, even though he looks really dumb, I've been just owning everything with him. I don't know if it's just because the starter area suits him, but I got a Grubbin, and he's an electric bug, and he's just been tearing things up.
Electric
for me.
Bugalo?
It's an electric bug. Yeah, it's electric bugalo.
I have not seen that yet.
He is a mildly uncommon encounter right in the beginning underneath the festival area.
My favorite... See, I don't have that many good Pokemon right now I've seen because it's in the beginning, but one that I'm looking forward to, which I have to actually trade to get because it's an exclusive to Sun, is Vulpix, just because I'm interested in seeing how it is as an ice type instead of a fire type.
Well, Alex, my friend, like I said, has Sun, and we will have a we have a Pokebox. So, or Pokebank. Not Pokebox, Pokebank. We have a Pokebank.
Pokebank will not work, though, until January. I was told. Yeah.
Correct.
So that's Pokemon then.
Yep.
Yeah, so holidays. So we got Thanksgiving coming up.
Oh, the Stuff Your Face Day. I love it.
Oh, don't forget Black Thursday, or Black Friday.
I mean, you're not joking about Black Thursday. My mother-in-law has to work from like 2 to 8 on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I have to be in at work at 5:30 and work till 1 in the morning.
Yeah, if you physically walk into a store on Thanksgiving, it's your fault that your loved ones can't go to Thanksgiving with you.
Oh, that's harsh.
Luckily, my family, we celebrate Thanksgiving. We all get together essentially for a Thanksgiving lunch, and that's been tradition.
Mm-hmm.
So luckily, it hasn't affected me too much other than the fact, like, great, I have to go into work on a day that I should be off.
Yeah, actually, my mom invites my family over for Thanksgiving lunch as well, and then my wife's family comes over, or we go to their place for supper.
I get 2 Thanksgivings because my grandparents my grandma's not with us anymore, so it'll just be my grandfather at his place. We have a Thanksgiving there with my dad's side of the family, and then my mom has a Thanksgiving also, so I will be comatose on Thanksgiving Day. But yeah, we have
a second stomach.
Pretty much. But at my grandfather's, the biggest one.
He's gonna get TB.
We have my
bellies.
My
You're gonna keep trying to talk, and I'm gonna keep talking.
Yeah, I know.
No, go ahead.
My grandfather's place is the biggest one because we have my 2 aunts, my dad. My aunt has 3 kids, and then she has 4 kids on top of that. My other one has a kid, and so that's like 7 with just those. And then there's my Aunt Shell, who has her 2 kids, and then the one has 2 kids of her own. And then there's me and my sister with my sister's kid, all crammed in a very small space.
How small of a space are we talking here?
Probably the room you're sitting in.
You don't know what I'm sitting in. I could be in a Coliseum. See him.
No.
See him.
It's probably no bigger than the room you're in. Even
no bigger than your face. Face.
It's actually, we usually, it bleeds out into the living room. The kids are forced to sit in the living room while all the adults are in the dining room.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're out in the living room then?
Yeah, so you're in the living room?
Well, no, actually, sometimes I prefer to be on the floor, but that way I can have like 2 plates next to me.
Yours and someone else's?
No, mine and mine. What are you talking about? I'm responsible this year for coleslaw and string beans cooked in bacon.
Okay, get rid of the coleslaw and then somehow strain out the green beans from the bacon, and then you're good.
So Alex wants bacon for Thanksgiving.
Just bacon.
Turkey and bacon.
Cauliflower and broccoli. Yeah, cauliflower and broccoli casserole for me, baby. I love that.
I'm not a casserole
I thought
person.
you were trying to say like Colin Farrell or something.
Cauliflower.
Colin Farrell for Thanksgiving.
Okay, Alex.
Cauliflower.
110% homo.
No, I'm saving myself for Emma Watson.
Wait, but she's not a guy.
Alex, you have to wear clothes when you go.
115.8% straight.
Alex,
Yeah.
you have to wear clothes when you go to the movie theater.
So speaking of Emma Watson, which was last week's episode, next week we're coming up on a live stream. So if you want to be a guest, then feel free to shoot us a message, a DM on Twitter, shoot us a tweet, send us a message on Facebook, send us a Skype message, however you want, a raven perhaps, if you're feeling particularly cold.
If you're feeling Game of Thronesy.
Well, that's what I meant by cold, but thanks for the joke there, Alex.
Oh, because winter is coming?
Because winter's coming. December 5th, if you want to be on, let us know. Otherwise, plan on attending and listening to us with our banter and chat. Because usually it's our post-holiday episode, but this week it didn't work out that way. Anyway, any parting words from you guys on this episode? It's short, I know, but it was a fun discussion.
Have a happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Enjoy all the tasty food.
Ho, ho, ho.
No, we're not ho-ho-hoing yet. It's not Christmas. It's not. We don't start Christmas stuff until after Thanksgiving.
Stores are already doing that.
Yeah, and I hate it. I wish I could burn it all. I want to say that, yes, happy Thanksgiving to everyone, and those around the world that don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Happy watching us all eat Turkey Day. Don't die on Black Friday in those crowds.
Yeah, don't die.
Well,
Malachi, I have a special message for you, Malachi.
What's that?
what?
Hashtag goodbye.
Ah!
We love you, Dookie Kiba.
Me love you long time, Dookie Kiba.
Hurry up and say goodbye.
No.
He's mad. He's salty.
Salty, yeah. But that salt's all going to go on my turkey.
All right, have fun with that. Alex, what does Caboose have to say about all this?
Caboose says that, I don't know, goodbye.
That's what I was expecting, but okay.
I was trying to think of something that Caboose would actually say, like, festively, but I didn't. I brain farted.
Happy Christmas. I don't know.
Happy Christmas Kwanzaa Ka.
Kwanzaa Ka.
Yeah.
Malachi.
What?
Hashtag Dookie Kiba.
Hashtag Doogie Kiba.
Bye, guys.
Hey guys, I'm back from Iceland. Where is everybody? Joseph?
You're back from Iceland. It's totally not
Hi,
a week
Joseph.
later.
Is it not a week later?
It's totally
I
not a
lost
week
a week.
after what we just listened to. How was Iceland? Was it cold?
It was very cold and rainy. We were wondering if we'd maybe stopped off in Greenland by accident because that's supposed to be the cold one. I actually had a good time. We did our Thanksgiving. How was your guys' Thanksgivings? Were they good?
I was in a food coma.
Yeah, I recall because Malachi said on the episode we recorded last week, which was just a few minutes ago, that he would be in a food coma, and we were sending messages on the Skype group, and Malachi was like, I'm dead, can't move.
Yeah, it was like if I open my mouth, my food will escape.
Oh God! Gross. Well, I didn't actually eat that much while I was gone. I had some snacks here and there, but we were traveling around too much. We went to Iceland from Monday through Friday. Saturday? We left Saturday morning. Left at 9 in the morning Iceland time and landed at 10 in the morning New York time. So apparently the flight was only 1 hour. Even though it was 5 hours.
Did you at least get a meal?
Yeah, what I don't like about airline food is that they're like, well, your options are this salad or this sandwich. And you're like, what's a sandwich? They'll say, well, it's a ham sandwich. You'll be like, okay, or a turkey sandwich. Give me the turkey sandwich. And tell me, Alex, if I said, do you want a turkey sandwich? What do you think is going to be on a turkey sandwich?
Turkey.
Turkey. I would sit there and say, I don't know, turkey, maybe some cheese and lettuce.
Possibly.
Seems pretty reasonable, you know? Well, what they give you is a weird freaking croissant that's been cut in half. It's got a bunch of turkey on it. Good. I think the only other thing it had on it was like a cranberry relish of some kind. It's like, this is the last thing I would have expected to be on this sandwich.
Here's the thing. Like, someone like me, I don't like salad. Salad's nasty. So I'm obviously going to choose the other option. But they put a sauce or something on it that it's not 100% sure that people are going to like that. So why would you do that? Like,
exactly.
Put it on the side.
Put it on the side. Like, include it by all means, but don't put it on the sandwich, because I spent freaking 10 minutes on this plane scraping this nasty stuff off because I tried it, and it was so overpoweringly sweet and did not go with the turkey at all. I couldn't eat it.
They're probably thinking like cranberry kind of like how you do.
It's Thanksgiving themed.
Yeah,
maybe it might have been a cranberry sauce. I don't know. It was bad.
Tell them the thing I was jealous of that you got to do, you son of a gun.
Sit in a hot tub and watch the Aurora Borealis.
Yes.
At the same time.
That is ridiculous.
So you didn't do it the other way around, did you?
Watch the Aurora Borealis. Sit in the Aurora Borealis and watch a hot tub. No, so we went to Iceland. Iceland has a very small population that's concentrated in a couple areas and then spread across a vast glacier wasteland. So we thought we were going to land in Reykjavik, which is the capital city. It turns out that the international airport is actually in another city called Keflavik, which is like 20 miles or 25 miles away from Reykjavik. This is a problem because when we made the reservation for the car was in Reykjavik, and they were staring at us going, well, you can go to Reykjavik and get the car. It's like, how are we going 25 miles to get
So how come that wasn't pointed out in the plane tickets then?
I wasn't the one who made the reservations, so the person who did make the reservations didn't catch this. And the online resource, which I think was Orbitz, that they were using, didn't point it out to them. They were under the impression we were landing in Reykjavik. We all were. And then we got off the plane, and all the signs around us said Keflavik. We're going, what the hell's a Keflavik?
That feel when you land in Keflavik instead of Reykjavik.
Yeah, right? Turns out Reykjavik,
Reykjavik,
the capital city of Iceland, has an airport. It's a local airport only. It flies to other parts of Iceland.
Because that makes sense.
Were you there thinking like, is Keflo Icelandish for Reykjavik?
Yeah, no. I was not thinking that. I was sitting there thinking that Vik might be Icelandic for city.
Hello.
Thanks, Vik. So we went up to Reykjavik. We spent a night there in this really fancy hotel. It had a water jet tub. It was great. Then we drove for like 4 hours straight the next day, going through a national park where we visited Geyser, which is the name of a town, and the origin of why we call geysers, because apparently that was the first one or something. And there is a geyser there, and it was awesome. We saw a big-ass waterfall called the Golden Ring, or Gullfoss. And then we went out to this western peninsula called Snæfellsnesset, and that is where we did a homestay, Airbnb, with this Icelandic woman who owns this amazing, duplex house there that's right on the Greenland Sea, right next to this really famous mountain. If you look up pictures of the Aurora Borealis, this particular mountain appears in like a quarter of them.
Nice.
And she had a hot tub out on a patio, next to the house that faced that mountain. And so I could sit in the hot tub. It's 20 degrees outside. The hot tub's 104 degrees, and I'm watching the Aurora Borealis over that mountain. It was pretty badass.
Did you get drunk in a hot tub and pee on a snowman?
Yeah, definitely.
So I have a question. Why are they called geysers?
I believe, according to my dad, there's this town called Geyser, which is Geysir. And
okay. I figured that it was named because someone saw a geyser and everyone was looking away, and he's like, "Guys, there's water shooting up."
Wow.
yes,
I'm here all night.
Uh-huh. Okay, so according to Wikipedia, geyser, Geysir, sometimes known as the Great Geyser, is a geyser in southwestern Iceland. It was the first geyser described in a printed source and the first known to modern Europeans. The English word geyser, a periodically spouting hot spring, derives from the word geyser, which is the name of this one in Iceland. It is derived from the Icelandic verb geisa, which means to gush. Geisa, which means to gush. There you go. So, my dad was right. According to this, anyway. This is one source. So, according to this source, that's why we call all these other ones around the world, like in Yellowstone, geysers, because of Iceland.
Thanks, Wikipedia.
Thanks, Iceland and Wikipedia.
So before we go, let's talk a little bit more about Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I had Indian food.
Nice.
Chicken tikka masala. That was my Thanksgiving night dinner.
So, Alex, how was your Thanksgiving?
I ate food with my family, and then for the next 2 days, Thursday night and Friday night, I had to work.
I recall you saying that you were going to have Thanksgiving lunch and then head to work.
Yes, my family has always done kind of Thanksgiving lunch instead of a dinner. It's just been our tradition. So the fact that I have to work in the evening hasn't really affected my participation. It still sucks going into work. Thursday actually wasn't too bad because that's when all like the people come in and all the craziness is happening. And then Friday just sucked because nobody was coming into the store because they had all come in Thursday.
For my Thanksgiving, as I had said on the podcast, was my mother's house for lunch, and then we hosted the in-laws for supper. And it was a packed house, and we spent the past several days, including today, just polishing off the leftovers because Gina makes a mean turkey. It's a very nice turkey, but when you say a turkey's mean, it's actually a good thing. It's like when you're like, you're so bad. Just thought I'd explain that.
So bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so I made the mashed potatoes. I'm at a point with mashed potato making where I don't even use measuring instruments anymore. And everyone was like, these potatoes are so good. And finally Gina's like, Joseph made them.
Joseph's so bad.
Good job, Joseph.
Yeah, my potato making is so bad.
Is it also fat and stupid?
I guess. Is that good too?
Joseph's potato making so bad. So maybe with the pH.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay then, I guess it's time that we say goodnight since this is just tacked on. But we do want people to come and join us next week for something special.
Oh, is it a not live stream?
It's a live stream.
It's a dead stream.
It's a dead stream. That's the new live stream.
The dev stream.
Yeah, so come to our dead stream next week. Tweet at us, Skype at us, Facebook at us if you want to be on as a guest, and otherwise we expect to see you in chat.
We're bringing something back we haven't done in a while.
Yes, we are. What is that?
We are doing bringing back games.
Yeah, we're going to have a game.
Game.
Podcast games.
Twitter
games. Volunteer as tribute. Oh, Twitter games. You said it now.
They don't know what Twitter game it's going to be. Though.
Yeah, we're going to have Twitter games, so come and join us and play the games with us. We expect to see you, so watch for us on twitch.tv/E4podcast.
Join us so we're not lonely.
Yeah, we don't want to be lonely. Boo-hoo. We're not telling you who the guests are because we don't know yet, but we do want to have at least one or two guests, so let us know. All right.
One of us.
Tristan, what's the thing that I stole from you for the previous episode that you want to take back?
Stole my hashtag goodbye.
I converted it into hashtag Dookie-Kiba.
Hashtag Dookie-Kiba.
Are we
doing
I'm
gonna murder you
hashtag
all.
It was great and hashtag I wouldn't change a thing.
Yes. All right, Caboose.
Hashtag goodbye.
You already said your thing just like a few minutes ago, but say it again.
Good evening.
What?
Goodbye.
doesn't need to be in the podcast. I didn't kill anyone with my coleslaw I made, which was kind of fun.
So this isn't
First
supposed to
time
be
I
in the
made
podcast?
Doesn't have to be, no.
Oh, okay. It's not.
No, at the end he's be like, nobody died from my coleslaw.
Yeah.